Jean-Claude Juncker is seen in Brussels as a deal maker. His presidency at the EU Commission comes to an end on the 31st of October, the same day as Britain is due to leave the EU. And it's clear that he doesn't want his legacy to be shaped by a no-deal exit. Negotiations have been going on for more than 2 years. Theresa May often cut an isolated figure in the depths of talks with her European counterparts.
I had a meeting with Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister. This was a rather positive meeting, although the British press was reporting it in the other way. We can have a deal.
You think we can get a deal?
I think.
You think that the chances are more than 50-50?
I don't know, but I'm doing everything to have a deal, because I don't like the idea of a no deal, because this would have catastrophic consequences. It's better, and for Britain and for the European Union, to have an organised deal.
The Prime Minister's enthusiasm was drowned out by protests when he met Jean-Claude Juncker for the first time in Luxembourg earlier this week. Today, the British government confirmed they'd sent the EU written documents with some of their plans in a bid to break the impasse.
Have you received them? What have you received?
We have received some documents yesterday night. I had no chance, no opportunity to take them under meditation, but I will do this tonight. As far as the so-called alternative arrangements are concerned, allowing us and Britain to achieve the main objectives of the backstop. I don't have an erotic relation to the backstop. But if the results are there, I don't care about the instrument. So
the backstop could go if the objectives are met?
If the objectives are met, all of them, then we don't need the backstop. But because anyway, backstop was a guarantee instrument and not an aim by itself.
What we're hearing in the UK is that one of the ideas is for Northern Ireland to follow EU rules on food and agriculture, and then for other checks to be done away from the border. Do you think that's a basis of a deal?
It's a basis.
You think that's the starting point?
Starting and arrival point.
Boris Johnson has repeatedly promised he'll take the UK out of the EU, deal or no deal, on the 31st of October. But despite Parliament saying he can't without a deal, Mr Juncker seems incredibly certain the UK is heading for the exit door.
And do you think that there is a chance that Brexit might not happen?
That's not my scenario. I'm convinced that Brexit will happen.
You think it's going to happen?
I think so.
People have been negotiating here for over 2 years, and with the Brexit deadline fast approaching, insiders have been pretty gloomy about the chances of striking a deal. But speaking to Jean-Claude Juncker today, it quickly became clear that he not only wants an agreement, but thinks one is possible. The question is, are others convinced that the compromises needed to strike an agreement are acceptable? With less than 6 weeks to go, despite the warm words today, there is still a long way to travel before striking a deal. Sophy, Sky News, Brussels.